Well, or should I say, bots, so many bots. I guess it's time to throw my head into the recent controversy over Valve's anti-cheat and TF2's current state. And spoiler alert, there's a better chance I'll get married than this thing actually working. But for this video isn't just your average video dunking on fact. Instead, I'll be going over potential solutions to these problems, which honestly most people don't really do. Now, I won't be diving too much into the FixTF2 movement, how it's organized, and what it's about. There's multiple videos about that already on the internet, and you could just as easily go read about on the save.tf website. I know you guys aren't little baby birds that need new information fed to you via audio, so go read it if you somehow haven't heard of the recent events or discourse around Valve's anti-cheat. As for the organizers, I have nothing against them. It was a little unorganized and should have had a microtransaction boycott from the start, but that's pretty much my only criticism. Although hearing Wheezy TF2 yell about Cookie Crisp with Space Guy online made me lose brain cells because damn it, how is Cookie Crisp worse than normal Cheerios?
You're so fucking wrong, dude. No. There's a reason. There's a reason Santa's been eating cookies. No, you're so full of shit. You're so full of shit.
Just know, Wheezy, I agree with you on that opinion. Anyway, here's what I'll go over in this video. 1. Why doesn't Valve do the treadmill work to fix this issue? 2. How would you fix VAC in TF2 or any other Valve's games? And 3. What are the potential outcomes of the FixTF2 movement? I'll dive a little into Counter-Strike as well because that is kind of relevant, but this video is mainly about TF2. But anyway, let's jump into the video. So to answer the question of this chapter of the video, we gotta talk about how Valve operates. Because the way Valve operates unfortunately affects TF2's quote-unquote development in a massive way. Also, here's a disclaimer, I don't work at Valve, and I probably never will, even if my degree I'm majoring in is game design. Look, if you claim to hire the best of the best, and then hire me, then something about your company is fucked up. But I digress. Now, Valve has what they call flat lane, which is a form of management that essentially has little to no management. This means that nobody's really bossing anybody around, and people are essentially allowed to work on anything they want. If you want to work on the game that Osama bin Laden plays, you can go do that, no one's going to stop you. Which on paper sounds good, but like every other company, there's a list of pros and cons. For starters, there's a lack of management other than a few people maintaining order. The people who control Valve is essentially everyone, and when nobody's your superior, everybody is your competitor, which creates an odd work environment that in some ways is like fighting for your own continued employment. You learn to code defensively, never ask for any help from other coworkers, and attempt to seek favor in popular cliques or groups of employees, all just to stay employed. Essentially, this shit is a high school locker room personified, and one of these things is something that would affect TF2 massively. It's okay, I'll give you time to guess which one you think it is. Did you guess employees coding defensively? Because you would be correct. This, combined with the fact that older projects have less incentive to be worked on, and the way that Valve operates, leads to minimal effort in TF2's development. The treadmill work is like maintenance. It's something that nobody wants to do, and I understand that. TF2 is a naturally unfortunate cause of this problem. TF2 is hard to maintain and is way less rewarding than working on something like a VR Half-Life game or even just generic class-based shooter number 57. Now you could be thinking, why doesn't Valve outsource the fix? And well, that could work, but there's a problem. You see, to outsource indefinitely, you'd be spending a terrifying amount of money, which is something that Valve probably wouldn't do. There's a lot more to why Valve does nothing, but I don't want this video to be 30 plus minutes long, because my will to edit another video will be gone. However, if you want to know more about how Valve operates, I'll add a video by Golden Owl. He was the inspiration for this video, and you should really check him out if you want more info. But they have been doing something in the background, because 3 weeks ago as of writing this, they've been fixing the problem by banning cheaters. Now first off, Valve, what happened? I'm grateful you're apparently fixing the game now, but since this happened after the first Save TF2 movement, I'm going to need more reassurance that you're actually going to start caring for this game again. God damn it, why are you trying to butter me up, damn it? I swear to God, why is it that the one time I try to make a partially negative video, you guys decide just to automatically start working again? Don't get me wrong, I'm happy you're caring about TF2 right now, but Jesus Christ, this video is gonna seem like it's aged a little poorly. But who knows, if the last FixTF2 movement's anything to go by, they'll abandon this game again, which will technically make this video age better than it already does right now. Anywho, let's talk about how you would fix a cheating problem, even if it's already fixed. Alright, now that you have an understanding of how Valve operates and why they don't fix the problem, let's go over potential solutions that Valve could use to solve it. One of these solutions I've heard over the internet is to just sue the people behind that problem. And while I've seen many people be against it by stating it's not going to do shit, more will take their spot eventually. Firstly, this could happen, but I'll explain why it could be more effective than people think. For starters, unlike other games, TF2 has no cash incentive to cheat or make cheats. There's pretty much no demand for it, because almost nobody is that down bad for attention. Plus, these bot hosters aren't computer wizards like most think, so the chances of new cheats releasing quickly after is very slim. Also, these degenerates have committed so many crimes I don't even want to mention with my voice, so here's a list. But I swear, these cheaters can make Dr. Disrespect to look like Jesus Christ, and that's very sad. So legal action could potentially help fix the problem at hand. Now yes, all countries have different laws and some of their crimes are technically legal in the areas they live in, but I'm pretty sure there is no country on earth who doesn't have a problem with someone having or promoting control points, which is something that everyone on earth should know is not okay. I hope. So that would be an idea to help fix it, but another way you could fix it comes from another one of Valve's games. And yes, it's the one that introduced me to gambling.
I saw it!
Work hard, play hard, work.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive had a system called Overwatch. Overwatch was a system that lets certain players review suspicious players that got reported. Once reviewed, the player would get banned if proven guilty. Of course, this is a very simplified explanation of it. It's a little more detailed to it, but regardless, it would be a potential good tool for TF2 players. But there's one small issue. This thing was massively abused in CSGO to the stratosphere. So for TF2, here's my requirements that I'm going to propose. 600 games played to completion in official matchmaking servers, an account with an age of 3 years or older, and a Prime account. For Counter-Strike 2, we'd have pretty much the same thing. 450 games played in competitive matchmaking modes, an account with 3 years or older, and a Prime enabled account. This would probably be enough to stop this system from being abused by bad actors, but you could always adjust them if needed. You'd also probably have some back-end changes to the anti-cheat, but since I'm not that experienced with anti-cheat development, this is probably just going to be some exploit fixes or something. Which is apparently the route they went with, and from what I'm gathering, it's working very well. It's even knocking out the own bot hoster's personal accounts, which is honestly impressive. So to the people who decided to cheat in a 17-year-old game, go dick down a cactus and stay away from this game, please. That could also be the same for Counter-Strike cheaters too. But I have a planned video that would detail CS2's state in the future, so if you're a current viewer of my videos, stay tuned for that. Anyway, I have no idea how to transition from this. Well, I'm not too sure. As of 3 weeks before the summer update, Valve has implemented an updated anti-cheat that is currently working. As for how long it's been in the works, that's unknown, but since I know that 2 part-time programmers cannot fully make an anti-cheat by themselves, I'd assume that some people at Valve have moved to work on TF2 to help Eric Smith and the plotted plan. Which leads to my first outcome. Valve simply pushes out an anti-cheat fix to the game, and simply fucks off. This is unfortunately the most possible scenario in my opinion, but honestly it could be worse. At least this newer anti-cheat is way harder to crack, and as from what I've mentioned before, these bot hosters aren't big brain masterminds like many think they are. The second outcome is less possible. Valve outsources or gets a small team of developers with varying skill sets to work on TF2. Now this is only possible if real player counts increase and if enough money is being made. A reason why Valve has largely abandoned this game is because the Meet Your Match update. They simply dropped the ball, and that update did some serious damage to this game. Thus, Valve simply delivered one last update to try and tie a bow around the game in the best way possible. Now the only problem with that is quite simple. They simply didn't say it was the final update, which kinda left this game in a limbo. Which for a while left the TF2 community on some serious copium on Valve making the heavy update, which they semi-promised. And hey, since we said those 2 impactful words, go watch the video of me talking about what a final TF2 update would look like. But don't leave this video, I want to watch my viewer count go up in real time because I simply have no life. But anyway, here's the last one, and probably the best one, but you're gonna need some serious coping to hear this one. Valve suddenly starts working on the game again.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
As for Counter-Strike 2, I'm confident it will hopefully get better over the next year. I know I didn't really talk much about it in this video, but that's mainly because I not only play TF2 way more, but also because the FixTF2 movement was able to spread to almost every corner of the internet. But according to Valve, VACNet 3 is being tested and it seems to be working well, so I think it's going okay so far. As for any of other Valve's games, I have no fucking idea, okay? I don't play much Dota 2, and I pray that I was a bigger fan of Dota 2, so I can know what it feels like to be loved by Valve. Well, I've said enough on this topic already. I think TF2 is at least going to be around for a while, no matter how much it gets abused. As for Counter-Strike, it's like Luigi, it wins by doing absolutely nothing. But if you enjoyed this video and enjoy videos about games running on the Source engine, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I read about 9 times out of 10 of the comments and I will respond to all of them. Anyway, I'm gonna start working on the next videos, so I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye!
Throwing flashbang.